Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review. As I was looking for the releases this week coming out, trying to see what it was that I was gonna either go out and get myself or choose from to listen to, I did not see a whole heck of a lot of anything that interested me at all. And in fact, I kind of overlooked this one to begin with because I thought it said reissue, and I could really, most of the time care less about reissues, usually because they don't live up to the hype, and they're, I don't know, something about it doesn't usually fulfill what I think it should be. But then I realized after a little bit that this is not a reissue, it's revisited, and I didn't know what that really meant, so I looked into it a little bit more, and basically what this is a re-recording of the album, and I'm talking about Blind Guardian and their album Somewhere Far Beyond. And basically what they were doing back in 22 is they were out playing this album in its entirety. A lot of people, that follow Blind Guardian think this is the best album they ever did, and that's all a matter of opinion. It's a great album, and I really like Blind Guardian. I've been a fan of theirs since as long as I can remember. I don't remember if it was way back as early as 92 when this came out, but somewhere close to that, so I've just listened to it a long time. And one of their most famous songs is on here, the Bard song, so they still play that song live, but back in 22 they were doing the whole thing, and I guess they got the idea after doing all those shows to go in and redo everything, and I didn't think the recording of it was ever bad. Sometimes when people do this, they lose the feel, they lose the just this the energy of it, but quite honestly I don't think they did that, and I think part of the reason why they did not lose that energy was because they went in and recorded all the tracks, like rhythm tracks, live. They did it raw. They went in and did it. I'm sure they went back in and fixed things up. So they got the energy that way, which I think is a really smart thing to do. I wish more bands nowadays actually did that. But that's just my personal opinion. And and all the choirs, all the orchestral stuff, they added all that back in, so all that stuff is still in there. I think I hear a real flute in here this time, by the way. And so the energy is high, the songs are there. The thing I noticed more about this, though, is the production. Actually, of course, we've come a long way in 30 years now, and the production, of course, is going to be a little bit more fuller sounding and just bigger sounding. The first thing I noticed was the drums were really in your face on this album. They're really up front, and because of that, I think that's actually gives us a little bit more energy than the original did, and the vocals are a little bit stronger. I mean, they've been doing this for years. He has not lost any of his vocal ability at all, and the solos are not exactly same as what the originals were, but pretty darn close. So all that stuff is there. They didn't try to redo it, but maybe just reinvigorate it and maybe show where they're at nowadays with their playing, and and how they are as a band. So I don't have anything wrong with that. Or anything wrong with that. There is a couple different versions of this out there too. There's the 2-disc and a 3-disc, and then there's one with a DVD. I did not get the DVD thing, but I've gotten through this listening to this revisited version of it, which I really enjoyed. I really like this. I think you can enjoy both versions of an album. If you listen to this, you prefer the first, you go back and listen to the first version. If you like this version better, then you listen to this version. There's nothing wrong. Whatever you choose to listen to, there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. But the live stuff in here, I listened to the first disc. I actually did not get the one with the Hellfest, which now I'm kind of wishing I had. But I did get the one with the Rock Hard, what's it called? Rock Hard Festival. And the one when they were performing all this, in its entirety back in 22. And man, they don't miss a note. They're tight. I could have just re-released that, I think, and would have been fine, but no, they decided to go back in and redo the whole thing, and this is what we ended up with, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. So I'm sure I'll be spending this one for a while. I'll probably go back and listen to the original, because I didn't. I'm just going by memory. If I'm being completely honest, I just go by what I remember this sounding like, but sometimes that plays tricks on us. So if anything, this will make people want to go maybe go back and listen to that original version too. And if you haven't got the original version, maybe go get it and have both. So anyway, my quick little take on the whole thing. As always, if you have something you want to add or mention that I forget, because that happens, because I'm winging this every time I do it. So I really had no intentions of even doing this one, but it was pretty cool, so why not? And like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive, because I want to hear some new stuff from these guys. Their last studio album they put out was actually pretty good. Maybe not quite the level of Somewhere Far Beyond as far as songs go. I mean, some people think these songs are hokey, but who cares? They're fun. I like them. That's all that matters. If you either like it or you don't like it, that's really all that matters. So, talk to you guys next time. See ya.